Greentopia. My name is Maya and I'm a plant addict. In today's video, we're gonna talk about how to grow avocados at home, because a lot of my friends have been asking me lately, since I started my channel, that I should give them some tips. So I said, sure, I'm gonna make a video, so I hope you will find it useful. I don't know in which part of the world you are right now, but here in Europe, avocado is not a native plant. So we really sometimes don't know in what kind of conditions these plants are growing in their natural habitat, and we just see them in different light. But we need to be aware that avocado grows in nature in South America, where it's very happy and it gets to very much different heights than you will probably manage to grow it. But I mean, it doesn't matter. We grow plants because we like them and we do the best we can, right? Avocado plant usually grows in a tropical forest where the soil is very humid, which is also the reason why you need to make similar, if not same conditions for your avocado plants that you are going to grow in your pot. So make sure that the soil is moist, that it's very well drained. So it means that the water is not retaining in the pot. It doesn't need any type of particular soil, so don't complicate it. Just make sure that it's aired well and that the drainage is good, and I think your avocado will be pretty happy. It's very much light-loving plant, so make sure that you are putting the adult plant where there's a lot of light. Water it regularly. It's really easy with avocado because you can see like the position of the leaves. If you're gonna observe it regularly, you're just gonna kind of learn with like on the go. But you're gonna see when the plant is gonna be happy, the leaves are gonna be looking healthy and they're gonna be in a certain position, a little bit more alleviated. And then if you will, for example, forget to water it, the leaves will just go down and will look really sad. So that's your hint to know that you need to water it. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the tutorial part of the video where I'm gonna exactly show you how to do it. And yeah, I hope you will learn something. So, first you take an avocado. Of course you want to have a ripe one, because you will probably eat it, since we are only going to use the pit. And you cut it in half. Obviously you need a knife. Be careful that you don't cut yourself. So just cut it in half, like you would any other avocado that you want to eat. You have the pit, and many people, they kind of struggle with getting the pit out, but there is a really easy way. You just have to practice it a little bit and be careful with your fingers. But the easiest way to get a pit from the ripe avocado is you turn it and voila, it's here. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, I might overdone it because it went really deep, but basically, yeah, that's how you do it. So, enjoy your avocado. We won't be needing it for this project. We just need the pit. Now, one secret that not many new plant parents know when they are trying to grow avocado is that it really helps if you peel the skin. It shouldn't be that hard. Sometimes I even leave the pit a little bit in the water to soak, maybe like for a day or even a couple of hours will do, and then you just peel the skin off, because this will help the pit break faster and sooner in these other pits that I'm already having in the glass, how I peel them. Yeah, so this is one trick that will help you with your impatient waiting for the avocado seeds to grow. Then what you need is you need 3 toothpicks. This is for one version. I'm gonna show you 2 versions of how to grow avocado, and one version is you need 3 toothpicks, and you put them at the top in this kind of equilibrium way, so that when you put it in a glass, these toothpicks are basically and then you just simply pour water in the glass, and that's it. Yeah. The other way, which is much simpler, and a lot of people probably don't know because they didn't hear about it, but basically what I tried and it worked, you just put the pit directly in the soil, and that's it. No complications, no drama, just put it in the soil. Just make sure that the soil is always a little bit moist, because this is going to give the avocado the right kind of circumstances that the pit will start feeling that it can grow the roots and sprout. So basically, just put it in the soil directly. It can be any kind of soil for the start. Just make sure it's kind of moist all the time. Obviously, I put it in this bowl just for demonstration purposes. You might want to consider putting it in a little bit bigger pot, because when the pit is going to break and it's going to start making roots, this is going to be insufficient really soon, because avocado can have really deep roots. I just want to show you, here is one of my broken pits. This one broke a couple of days ago. This is not necessarily how it's gonna happen, because usually it breaks here. I'm just gonna demonstrate it. So you can see here it has this green part, and this is where usually it pops, it breaks, and the roots are going to start coming out. But also you might realize that this avocado pit has like kind of 3 breaks. I don't know how to call them, cracks. Yeah, cracks in English. And also this is useful to think that you don't put the toothpicks maybe directly on the crack. Sometimes you can see them, sometimes not. But for example here I put it almost on the crack because I was not paying attention. This might not be the best idea, but I mean, it's not such a big deal. So anyway, what's gonna happen in your avocado is that the root is going to come out here when it cracks, and then it's just gonna start making roots, and you're gonna see them. So that's about it. I think it's very simple. A lot of people, what they struggle with most of the time is they are not patient. It takes a couple of weeks for avocado pit to kind of sprout, so don't be too impatient, don't give up. Even if one of your pits is not going to make it, it's not tragic. You probably eat avocados on a regular basis, so just try to be patient, and maybe even make more of the pits at the same time, or every time you have an avocado, just eat one, use the pit and put it in the glass. It doesn't, it takes like 5 minutes, but you can have maybe like 5 pits, and I'm sure one of them will grow. So, as you can see, it's really not that hard to make it, right? I hope you are comfortable enough now to do it, and just give it a try and you will see. One of the reasons why so many friends are asking me like, hey, but Maya, I don't know, I tried and then it didn't work. For weeks I was waiting for it to grow. Yeah, it's gonna take weeks. It might take 3 weeks, but it also might take 5 weeks. So, as I said, like, maybe just try to plant 3 or 5 pits, and one of them will be sprouting sooner, one of them maybe later, but I'm sure they will turn up. So be patient and it will happen. Then as I showed you, you can plant it inside the water or inside soil directly, but I have seen really nice cases where some people are basically growing their avocados in water glasses all the time. So meaning that even when the roots come out, they don't replant them into the soil. So that's also one option. I have never done that. I put all my plants directly in the soil, but I guess it could work. I just don't know until what point or what size of avocado plant then you can grow. And also, if you are going to do that, just make sure that you change the water regularly, because when you have a plant directly in the water, obviously it tries to take all the nutrients from the water and the oxygen, and after a while it doesn't have all these things inside, so you need to change it regularly. The same goes for the pits. For example, you will see that the level of the water in the glass where you put the pit will, you know, just lower by time, by days. So regularly make sure that you add water, but best thing is if you just renew the whole glass, because then the plant will have more nutrients and oxygen. So I think those are the most basic and important things. In the next clip I just wanted to show you one of my adult plants so that you can see how that looks. I'm sorry because the audio is a little bit shitty, but you know, it happens. I hope just, you know, that you will get useful information from that as well. So I just wanted to show you how it looks like. Sometimes you can notice that the leaves can be smaller or bigger. It totally depends on the conditions, on what type of avocado you are putting in the soil and growing. So, you know, don't expect that all your avocados will turn out the same. And one more thing, actually look at this pot. So this pot is not the perfect pot for avocado. It just so happened that I had this pot, it was empty, and I already had this little avocado growing. So basically what I did is I decided I will put it in this pot. But because avocado can grow really into a big plant, it's not very nice that it doesn't have space to make big roots, right? Because as you can see, I needed to support it with this stick and this one, because it was kind of leaning over and it would probably fall if I wouldn't support it. So I do advise you that you put it in a deeper pot, not like this. This one would probably be good for aloe vera or some other type of plants that doesn't root very deeply. I hope you have seen now that it's really not that hard to grow an avocado from the pit. Especially for the new plant parents, this can be a really fun hobby. So be sure that you try it. Maybe you have some additional questions, or you already have an avocado plant but maybe it's not doing well. If so, just, you know, comment and ask away. You can also find me on my Instagram account if it's easier for you, Maya's Greentopia. I will put the link. You can also send me a private message there, and I will try to help you. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, and if you think some of your friends are gonna like it, please share, and of course subscribe to my channel. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day, plant parents. Bye bye.